Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be doing a Lolita makeup transformation and we're going to be doing a voiceover. So let's get started!
Alright, so we're starting off with the toner. So we have to clean our face before putting on any makeup. So I'm using this cotton square and smearing it on my face to make sure that dirty particles are off my skin and to make sure I have a clean base. Then I just fan myself to make sure that it's already dry. I'm using this gel which allows me to not get all sweaty throughout the video or throughout the shoot that I'll do after. This also works as a facial moisturizer. So I'm just spreading the gel on my face, making sure that it's just a thin layer. Next, I'm using a primer. This is used so that the makeup will stay on for a longer time period and to make sure that the skin is more smooth, not bumpy. So I'm just placing it over the T-zone area. Next, I'm using color correctors. So I'm using some peach tones for my under eye. And using some green ones to cover up the pimples on the face. Then I'm setting the cream with some powder so that it won't move as I put on foundation later. Alright, time for foundation. I just used 2 pumps for this entire look. So when using foundation, it's preferable to place it on certain areas first and then blend it before placing it on other areas of your face and then blending it once more. This prevents the patchiness that you would often see if you place it all over your face and then you don't have enough time to spread everything. I use a damp sponge to do this. Then I'm now using concealer, and this is for my under eyes and my highlight areas as well. And I blend out the ones in the middle first before my under eyes so that it will have more effect on my under eyes because it really has to be shiny and lifted. To dampen the sponge, I used a facial spray so that and then I'm placing setting spray so that the cream will really be stick on my face, and then I just pat my whole face with some powder using a big fluffy powder brush. Then I'm using some brow soap to lift up my eyebrow hair because I have a lot of eyebrow hair. This also gives off a natural finish. And sometimes for an everyday look that's already okay, but since we're doing a shoot look, we first define the tail of our eyebrows with some dark brown pomade. Then we're going to use the end of the spoolie and just smudge it and spread it on our eyebrows. Next, I'm using a lighter shade to give off an ombre look. To soften this, I also use some brow gel in taupe. Next, to highlight the brow bone area, I'm just using some concealer, and this concealer can also be used to prime your eyelids to prep for the eyeshadow look. So if there's any excess amount that you place on, just use a sponge and just dab it on. And here's the eyeshadow play. I'm using a soft pink shadow to place on the lid. Then some white powder to highlight the brow bone. And then some darker shade of pink to deepen the V area. But I'm trying to make it a bit circular. So I'm just spreading it out and making sure that it's not like it doesn't have a line, so that it's well blended. And just using some glitter to make the shadow look pop. And then I'm already dusting off the powder under my eyes. Then placing some glitter. Oh, I'm mistaken. It's some pink shadows. Basically the whole look, but under the eyes. So the lighter shade, darker shade, and the darker shade even more. Okay, here I'm already highlighting my inner corners. And then placing a highlight on my lids as well. Then using more shimmers, I'm highlighting my under eye area and near the inner corner to make my eyes more big, more poppin'. Then some contour. And now I'm using some blush, and I also mix the blush with some highlight so that it will really be dewy and fresh. Using some highlighter, I'm putting more to highlight the highlighted areas. And I'm contouring my nose, making it a button nose. And then I sharpen the lip pencil and make sure that it's sharp so that it will be able to give off the color I want. And then now some nude lipstick, so that it will pull off the entire look. Then I just shaded the outer corners of my eyes, adding on some eyeliner. And then the eyeliner, I made it straight and not usually a big wing upwards. It's more outwards so that it can make my eyes look bigger. So take your time with this one. Okay, time for falsies. I am placing on these beautiful mink lashes, and I just cut off the edges so that it won't be so stingy. Like sometimes there's a weird feeling on the ends when it's too big for your eyes. And with the help of some tweezers, I place it on my eyelash. And now to pull the look together, put on some mascara so that your original lashes will go naturally with your falsies. And now I'm using some lip gloss to make the lips more plump. And this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really had fun taking clips of this video and editing it. Like and subscribe. Here are some photos I took of myself showcasing my Lolita look.